Good morning and welcome to the last video of this unit. Woo! So, we're going to close it off by talking about imperial temperature. All right? So, the imperial temperature, they use the Fahrenheit scale. And this is just a little history on where it came from. So, the Fahrenheit scale was devised by Daniel Fahrenheit about 300 years ago. So, that's fairly recent. He was a German instrument maker and a scientist. He worked with a scientist in Denmark, and Fahrenheit proposed that 0 degrees on his scale would be a temperature of salt, or sorry, the temperature of a mixture of salt water and ice. He figured that was the coldest possible temperature in Denmark at the time. All right. He used body temperature as his next benchmark. He called body temperature 96 degrees. He chose 96 instead of 100 because 96 could be divided by 12. This way it would match the numbers of inches in a foot. Based on these benchmarks, the freezing point of water was 32. Now, later, his scale was revised, and it was decided to keep 32 degrees as the freezing point and make the boiling point of water 212 degrees. The plan was there would be an even 180 degrees between them. So after this really small adjustment, body temperature wasn't 96 anymore. But it is what it is now at 98.6 degrees. That's degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so that's just a brief history. So typically what we'll be doing with imperial temperature, with Fahrenheit, is we'll be converting between Fahrenheit and Celsius. And on your formula sheet, you'll see two formulas, and I'm just going to write them down here for you real quick. So the first is F equals 9 over 5 C plus 32. And the second is C equals 5 over 9 F minus 32. Now, when using these formulas, you have to be very, very careful. Now, the thing on the outside is what you're looking for. So if you're looking for Fahrenheit, oops. So if you're looking for Fahrenheit, you'll use this formula here. Looking for degrees Fahrenheit. If you're looking for Celsius, you'll use this formula over here. Now you'll notice one of them has brackets, the other doesn't. So you have to remember your bed mass, your order of operations. So first thing you do is brackets, then exponents, then multiplication and division, and then addition and subtraction. So the first thing, if you're using this first formula, make sure you do this part first, and then add 32. Whereas if you're using this formula, make sure you do the brackets first, and then multiply by 5 over 9. Okay, let's see what this looks like in some examples. Alright, so last night the temperature dropped to minus 7 degrees Celsius. Ooh, so cold. That was sarcasm. What is this temperature in Fahrenheit? So because we're looking for Fahrenheit, you're going to use the formula with the F out front. So F equals 9 over 5 C plus 32. Now the way these work is you're going to take whatever your degrees Celsius is, and that goes where the C goes, where the C was. So I'm going to rewrite this. F equals 9 over 5 times, anytime there's no symbol, that means multiply. So times minus 7, and then plus 32. So I'm going to do this part first. I'm going to do that in my calculator right now. So 9 over 5 times, where's my -7? Am I blind? Where is it? I don't see a -1 on my calculator. Okay, I'm just going to times +7, and that's 12.6, but because it was timesing a -7, we know that it should be -12.6. So now F equals -12.6, and now don't forget about that plus 32. I need that part there. All right. So because I'm too blind to see the negative button on this Google calculator here, to do things a little bit differently, to minus 12.6, which is the same thing as -12.6 plus 32. Okay, same thing. So my temperature in Fahrenheit was 19.4 degrees. Make sure you put your unit so we know what you're talking about. All right? So let's do one more example. Convert 68 degrees Fahrenheit into Celsius. So I'm looking for Celsius. So I'm going to use the other formula this time. I'm going to use C equals 5 over 9 F minus 32. All right. So again, where the F is where the Fahrenheit temperature goes. So I'm just going to rewrite this thing. C equals 5 over 9. Instead of the F, I'm going to put my 68. So now I have to do the part inside the brackets first. So I'm just going to do the 68 minus 32. 68 minus 32, that's 36. So I'm going to rewrite this again. C equals 5 over 9, except this part here, that was 36. Remember, anytime we don't write the symbol, that means multiply. So now I got 5 divided by 9 times 36. 5 divided by 9 times 36. And there we go, nice answer of 20. 20 degrees Celsius. So 68 degrees Fahrenheit is the same as 20 degrees Celsius. Now, remember, these questions are a little different than the other converting we've done, so make sure you go through these practice questions and check your answers. All right, when you're done that, work on your assignment, and when you're done that, let me know when you're ready for a test. Okie dokie. Thank you, thank you.